Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Finis Horne Arena in Greenwood, South Carolina. We welcome you to Peach Belt Conference Volleyball on this Saturday afternoon. The Lander Bearcats back home as they take on the visiting Flagler Saints out of St. Augustine, Florida. The Bearcats look to get over 500 in conference play. Hello, everyone. Rickson Lane alongside former All-Conference and All-Region Bearcat standout Hallie Dotson. Hallie, Lander on a bit of a skid after the opening 2 wins in conference play over UNC Pembroke and Francis Marion. A couple of tough results here at home against Augusta, on the road against Georgia College, and now they come back home to face what is always a very tough Flagler squad.
I think it's tough coming off of 2 losses, but I really think that kind of fuels them because our motto was that we were never going to lose 2 in a row. So after that, it kind of fuels your fire and really brings out the competition, especially against Flagler, because they've always been top of the conference. So I think we're going to see some really good competition this game.
As Flagler Saints perpetually atop the standings in the conference alongside teams like USC, Aiken, and Armstrong State when they were in the league. So we'll see how the Bearcats respond this afternoon. Back at home, they took their first road trip last week against Georgia College in a 4-set loss. And now they take on this Flagler Saint team. Flagler will be interesting to see how things play out in terms of the energy and the stamina for the Flagler Saints. This is a team that is doing one of those weekend 2-match road trips. They were on the road last night as they knocked off Augusta by a score of 3-2, a match where they had to scrap and claw and hold off a very tough Jaguar squad, a team we saw last week. So they'll be playing their second match in 2 days. Meanwhile, the Lander Bearcats have had some time to rest and recuperate. They have not played now in 3 days, so they should have fresh legs underneath them as they get ready to take on the Flagler Saints here in Greenwood, South Carolina. Flagler in the home white uniforms. They wore their road unis last night at Augusta, so white jerseys, gold lettering outlined in red, black uniforms, black shorts. Lander in the white unis, blue lettering and numerals outlined in gold. St. Libero in the charcoal gray uniform. Hannah McManus, the Bearcat Libero, in the all blue here this afternoon at Finis Horne Arena. Glad to have you join us. And we remind you that all Bearcat home sporting events can be found, as always, right here on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network throughout the fall, winter, and spring. So starting, it appears, for the Bearcats, Amy Kirsten Martindale, the senior out of Spencer, Iowa. Sophia Perkins, junior from West Columbia. Amari Ashley, a junior from Gainesville, Florida. Riley Kinsler, sophomore from Belleville, Texas. Brianna Whipple, senior from Brunswick, Georgia. And Dale Rogers, sophomore from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, as Hannah McManus checks into the match. Sophomore out of Boiling Springs, South Carolina. She is the libero this afternoon for Lander. The Flagler Saints coming in 6-3 overall. Pardon me, 7-3. They are 1-1 in conference play. So Flagler will serve first. That'll be Tara Savitsky, the junior from Oakdale, Pennsylvania. Martindale dives to receive it. We're underway. Kinsler with a deep attack. Now a swing and a nice dig from McManus. Perkins will set it up. McManus will lob it across. Tip denied by Whipple. Flagler scrambling to get back. Perkins got a right hand on it. McManus will lob it over again. Boy, what a great point to open up this match. The attack left side. Perkins is there, ranging into the middle. Rogers will fire. And Rogers with the kill. Well, if we're going to see that type of play all afternoon, Hallie, this should be a fun one. What a great point by the Bearcats to open up the day.
Oh, yeah, looks like neither team's going to give up this game.
Carly Redfern, the freshman from Harrisonburg, North Carolina, had a couple of attacks that time for the Saints. You saw her on the near side. And Megan Ferris in to serve for the Bearcats, freshman from Myrtle Beach. And she puts a nice one into the corner. Ball to the middle, and a little miscommunication there between Ferris and Perkins, and Flagler's on the board. 1-1 our score. Saints with the serve. There's a kill left side. Martindale gets in the book. Kirsten Martindale, a senior, put it right to the middle of the floor, and Landers up 2-1. McManus to serve it. Ashley, soft tip left side. Saints not fooled. And tip back to Ferris. Rogers will fire. And just missed wide. Heads-up play that time by number 8, Maddie Irwin, junior from Orange Park, Florida. Let that one go. That's a ball that not many players would have the wherewithal to let it sail out of bounds, coming right at her. And Martindale, another heads-up play from the senior, and Landers got a 3-2 lead. Early on, Hallie, Bearcats really involving Martindale offensively as they've got her with 2 early points.
Oh yeah, I think Kirsten's really being smart this game, seeing the block that's in front of her and really using her tips this game.
This is a Flagler squad that runs out 4 players, 6 feet or taller. Ritz will fire for the first time, and she lands it on the far side. Hannah Ritz, her first attack and her first kill of the day. Bearcats grab a 4-2 lead.
I think she's really getting the hang of that cross-court hit right there.
We've seen her improve match to match throughout the season. That's been fun to watch as the freshman out of Sarasota, Florida, and Lander up 5-2 now.
That was a great block by Amari Ashley and Kirsten Martindale.
Ashley and Martindale up front right now, along with Jessica Johnson. Bearcats lead it by 3 as Copeland serves. An answer from Flagler as they worked it to Tasia Valmir, senior from Green Cove Springs, Florida. Serve taken by Martindale. Ritz gonna fire, same spot, and the same result, kill for Hannah Ritz. As Kinsler checks in place of Megan Ferris. And Lander, bench. We see that about once per match. Bearcats being told they need to back up away from the corner. Bearcats doubling up the Saints early on here, 6-3. Tipped at the net, McManus is there, gets to Copeland. Ashley had it rejected, recovered nicely. Rich from deep, gonna lob it into the middle. The Saints recover. Dug out by Copeland. Martindale in the center. Handle on the back line by Parada. Copeland there once more. We'll get Ritz again. Ritz went deep in the corner, but it was dug by Savisky. Check it, Norelli. Ritz again. When the Saints get to it, they'll have to lob it back over. Copeland sets for Ashley. Taken in the center. Blocked at the net. Saints try to get another shot off. And he skimmed it over the net, and it just rolled too far away from Kinsler. Tough way for the Bearcats to end that point. That one just barely rolled its way over the top of the netting, and nothing Kinsler could do about it. Ritz has her sail wide off the top of the net. Saints with back-to-back points make it 6-5. Both these teams sitting at 500 in league play. Lander 2-2. Flagler 1-1. Kinsler with the kill. Cross court from Riley Kinsler, a sophomore out of Texas.
It looks like this game we're seeing Riley in a new position. I think it looks like Coach White neutered the outside instead of playing in the middle.
She took advantage of the setup that time.
Oh, yeah.
Gave the Bearcats a 7-5 lead. Timeout, Saints. Lander up 2. You're listening to Bearcat Volleyball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. A 7-5 lead for Lander here in the early going set number 1. There at Finis Horne Arena. Dixon Lane and Hallie Dotson with you. Glad to have you join us this afternoon for Peach Belt Conference Volleyball as Amari Ashley will serve. Saint shot blocked but out of play. Point to Flagler, makes it 7-6. It was an animated Flagler huddle during that timeout rather. Matt Affolter, the fourth-year coach for the Saints, none too pleased with the effort in the opening points of this one. And Ritz misfired, wanted to go across the court, and hit it off the side of her hand. We are knotted up at 7. Bearcats and Saints. McManus handles the serve. Kinsler blocked out of play, point to the Bearcats. Perkins and Rogers in. Copeland and Ritz check out. And you mentioned, Hallie, the new positioning for Riley Kinsler there early in the match. We see her back in the middle now, but she has had several opportunities from that outside position early in this match.
Yeah, I think even though that she's placed into a new position, I think she's really taking control of that position, really putting good use to it. So I think she's doing a great job so far this game.
It's a nice shot there from the Saints. Tie the score at 8, just barely tucked it into that far corner. All even here in the early going. Opening set. As the serve be taken by Kayla Norelli, sophomore from Lake Mary, Florida. It's a Florida-heavy roster for Matt Affolter's team. A state that produces a lot of quality volleyball. You'd know something about that, wouldn't you?
A little bit.
That shot out of play, 9-8, Flagler back on top by 1. Bearcats have dipped down into the Sunshine State for a couple of players this year. Ritz, the freshman. Amari Ashley, the JUCO transfer from Gainesville. Martindale put that one deep. Morelli keeps it alive. Now Whipple, and there's a kill for Rhea Whipple. One of the all-time greats at the net for Lander. She's within striking distance of a couple of career records and blocks, and you saw her get the kill there to knot the score at 9. Ferris will serve. On a misplayed at the net as Sarah Davis, the senior out of Akron, Ohio, wanted to catch the Bearcats off guard and just completely mistimed the jump.
I think those sets are really difficult because you really have to make the timing right just to get it even over the net.
And Davis just took off far too early. The ball was just out of her reach as Rogers puts one in the corner and Lander's back up by 2, 11-9.
It looks like Rogers and Ritz are really taking advantage of that cross court.
Bearcats have done a nice job in this one, mixing their shot selection, mixing the locations, as there's a service error from Ferris. 11-10, Flagler with the serve. They trail by 1 as Pareda, sophomore out of Dearborn, Michigan, checking back in. She'll serve now for the Saints. There's an ace for Pareda as McManus could not field it in time. Even at 11, halfway through the first here. Warndale will take the serve. Now she'll get it back from Perkins. Has it brought back over, recovers as Perkins will set it for her again. And got it on the back line. Martindale off the assist from Sophia Perkins, who surpassed the 1,500 career assist mark in the loss at Georgia College. And racks up another one there as Martindale ended it with the kill. Oh, McManus, a great job just to get to that one.
It looks like there's a net call on Lander.
Ashley White not pleased with the call as McManus dug it. A hard shot that ricocheted back into the net. Ashley tried to play it off. They point to the Saints to even the score at 12. Now Rogers will fire. A little tricky shot from Tara Savitsky, the junior. Snuck it over the front line of the Bearcats to make it 13-12. Manis recovers the serve. Rogers put it deep in the corner. Martindale nearly got it down, and they'll give the point to the Bearcats.
I think Kirsten Martindale definitely came to play today. She's looking for a win against the Saints.
Impressive early start for Martindale, and this is a Lander team that would love to pick up a victory over this Flagler squad. Not only for what it means this season, obviously, earning their 10th win of the year is what Lander's trying to do. They're also trying to get back to over 500 in league play. Another impressive dig from McManus, and a kill for Hannah McManus. Well, that'll work out nicely as McManus put it way up near the scoreboard, and it just dropped cleanly onto the logo on the Flagler side of the net.
I think it's really awesome to see how much Hannah McManus has improved even from her freshman year, and I'm really glad that I'm still here and able to see how much she's grown. So I think she's doing an awesome job this year.
She's held down that libero spot since she got to Greenwood. Had some impressive performances last year, but it's really been a consistent performer as you see her get another dig there. Martindale put it on the side. Flagler with a kill to the middle. That shot landed by Carly Redfern. 15-14, Saints up 1. Ritz sends it across. Block of the net out of play. Good effort there from Ritz and Ashley. But the attack from Valmere will earn the point for the Saints. They're up 2. Martindale with the dig. And Ritz landed it on the side. Saints looked really surprised by that placement from Ritz. She really likes going to that left side of the floor, shooting from the right side of the net. And tipped out of play, the net by the Bearcats, 17-15. Flagler now starting to really feed Tasia Valmere, the senior from Green Cove Springs, Florida. Kinsler handles the serve. Ritz with the kill, and Lander back within 1. Tell you what, Hallie, both these teams hitting at a pretty impressive percentage thus far. Lander 303, Flagler 258. We've only had one block thus far in this match. It went to the Bearcats. Make it 2. Kinsler and Whipple tie it up at 17 with that rejection.
Rihanna Whipple is definitely on her blocking game today.
As she always is.
And she wore her blue headband, so that means she's definitely ready.
The cape is on for the senior from Brunswick, and Whipple check it. Kinsler with a little smile. She snuck one over. Saints tried a quick shot, and Kinsler sent it right back over their heads, and Lander's on a 3-0 run, make it 18-17 Bearcats. High, deep serve from Ashley. There's Valmir, tapped it, but Copeland was there. Now Ritz in the corner. A shot out of play. Nice job by Ritz and Copeland. They wanted to go after it and then wisely let it fall. Lander up 19-17, 4 straight points for the Bearcats. Copeland lays out on the sneak shot. Now Ritz puts it sideline. Another tip. Ritz is there to Copeland. Martindale to the center. A dig made by Savitsky. Ashley gets there, but out of play. And Flagler ends the run. They get 19-18. Bearcats still in the lead. I'll tell you what you like early on if you're a Lander Bearcat right now, in terms of the attacking and where these kills are coming from for Lander. They've got 4 different players with at least 2 kills. Rogers got 2. Kinsler and Martindale both have 3. Ritz has 4. Meanwhile, for Flagler, 11 kills on the day, but Valmir's got 6 of them. No one else has really contributed offensively in that department. Bearcats have gotten a lot of contributions from across the roster thus far. Tied at 19 in the first set. Kinsler misses off the top of the net. Good idea. And just tipped out of play. Timeout Lander. Flagler up 20-19 in a wild first set in Greenwood. You're listening to Bearcat Volleyball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. (20-19), Flagler up 1 point on Lander in the first set here in Finis Horne Arena. Rickson Lane and Hallie Dotson with you. Good to have you join us. Boy, this has been an entertaining opening set here in the Bearcats and Saints. Valmir serves. Ritz handled it, now gets it back and kills it in the middle. No, they're going to say it was made by Flagler. Oh, I think they got that wrong. Whipple fires it. Ritz take it back. And then a miss. They're going to call for a tip, and Lander's not going to get that call either. Oh, I got to tell you, Hallie, I think they missed 2 of them on that set.
Yeah, I think they did too.
Oh, that was not a dig. Went back and watched it there on the replay. They missed that. As the set now in the hands of the Saints, they lead by 2. blocked but out of bounds. 22-19, and timeout will be taken by the Bearcats as we take a look back here on the monitor at this shot from Ritz.
Yeah, to me that looks like it definitely hit the ground and not her hand.
I mean, looking at the tape here, that was Savitsky who dove for it. That ball was in front of her hand, and it's to the right of her hand. She didn't really, honestly, come that close to getting to it. Has led to back-to-back points as the Saints working off that momentum. We take a look here on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Ritz had the shot tipped at the net, and then Savitsky diving for it. I gotta tell you, I think they missed that one.
That was tough. I think they missed that call, and then when the other player set it up or set it over, I think she definitely doubled it. So I think the ref missed that call too.
This is a big point as the Saints push their lead to 2. Now they're up 3.
That's tough. It's always hard to come back from plays like that, especially because you really kind of feel like the refs are against you. But it's tough, but I think the Bearcats are going to be able to bounce back from this one.
That shows some mental fortitude here, down by 3. And the Saints got the serve as Valmir sends it to the middle. McManus set it up. This will be Ritz. Handled by Savitsky. Along the net and out of play. Kinsler watched it roll off the net. And Landers got the serve, down by 2. Perkins, Rogers in, Ritz, Copeland out. So Perkins will serve it, for Lander. Good serve as Valmir went down to get it. McManus digs it. Perkins. Kinsler had it blocked back over. The Saints come with a big block. That was Jordan Taylor. So assisted by Reagan Swift. 6'2" and 5'11". They teamed up for a big point there for the Saints. 23-20. Flagler up 3. And a service ace, and the Saints 1 point away from taking the opening set. Saints won the first set last night against Augusta 27-25. They've got another barn burner here, trying to close it out with Norelli serving. McManus takes it. Perkins will set it up for Rogers. Rogers had to go off the top of the net. And Flagler takes set 1, 25-20. Second set coming up from Horne Arena. You're listening to Bearcat Volleyball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Back in Finis Horne Arena, Rickson Lane, Hallie Dotson with you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Lander trailing Flagler 1-0. The Saints taking the first set by a score of 25-20. Flagler led in that first set by Tasia Valmir, 6 kills for Valmir. Hannah Ritz led the Bearcats with 4 kills. All 11 assists for the Saints coming from Tara Savitsky. Meanwhile, 6 assists for Nell Copeland, 5 for Sophia Perkins. 9 digs in the first set for Kayla Norelli. That was matched by Lander libero Hannah McManus. She also had 9. Bearcats serving right to left as you're watching. As the Saints open the second set with the attack from Redfern. Dug by Valmir. Now she'll fire from the center. Rogers is there. Perkins will set it to Whipple. Another dig from Valmir. A tap across from Swift. McManus back to Rogers. Rogers went cross court a little too strong and heads up in the stands. Someone's text message just got ruined. 1-0 Saints. A 1-0 lead for Flagler. And Whipple powers it through the block efforts to make it 1-1.
It looks like the Bearcats really need to find that energy that they started out with in the first set here.
Well, that first set, I don't believe that until Flagler went on their little run at the end, as there's a kill from Reagan Swift, I don't believe that that set was ever, the margin was ever more than 3 points until the Saints went up by 4 and eventually claimed it with a 5-point advantage. I think it was within 3 the entire way. So Bearcats and Saints have been going back and forth all afternoon. Rogers has it blocked. Saints up by a pair. And a long service error from Rachel Parada. 3-2. Bearcats down 1, and they've got McManus serving. And a miss hit as the Saints fire wide, and Landers back tied it up 3-3. Great effort there from McManus. Now Rogers has it blocked, and the Saints will get the point. Oh, McManus went full-on extensions for that one, but the Saints wind up taking a 4-3 lead. Flagler will sub out Parada. Maddie Irwin, junior from Orange Park, Florida, comes in. Irwin, a former teammate of Amari Ashley at Indian River State Community College. Big kill from Valmir, and went way up to get that one. Makes it 5-3 Saints. A service ace there, and Flagler got a 6-3 lead. And you're right, Hallie, I feel like after that first set, which the Bearcats battled so hard and saw it go to the Saints on a couple of tight plays at the end, I feel like Flagler's come out with a little more spring in their step in the second set.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the Bearcats kind of feel like the first set was taken from them, but they need to move forward in this game and really kind of get that energy back, because from this point, anything can happen.
Well, that's one of the intriguing and really interesting things about this sport, is that the opening set or sets have virtually no bearing on what happens the rest of the way. Bearcats don't have to make up those 5 points that they lost by in the first set. They just have to go out and win the second, third, and fourth. They trail 7-3 here. The Saints have scored 4 in a row. Ball at the net. And we have a violation against Flagler. Our score 7-4. Saints up by 3. Tipped out of play, point Flagler. Ritz tried to trick the Saints. Now Valmir has it blocked. Back across, McManus there. Ritz, another dig. Valmir softly, Martindale there. Copeland, Ashley had it blocked. Ferris tries to save it, the Bearcats get it back over. Well played by Lander. And a block at the net as Martindale and Ashley get the point. Lander looked to be dead in the water halfway through that point, and the Bearcats rally to take it, and they trail by just 3.
That's definitely the type of play that can give Lander their energy back.
A little bit of it will be sucked out after that service error. 9-5 Saints back up by 4. We'll have Savitsky serving. And dueling service errors as Savitsky misses long. Call against the Bearcats gives.
Seems to be that the Bearcats were out of rotation.
Yeah, whistle came as soon as the
so
ball was served.
That point will go to the Saints.
Entered a bit of a sloppy stretch here in the second set. Saints up by 4. Service problems, some calls. As Copeland feeds Kinsler. And missing wide. Bearcats wisely let that one go into the bench, and it's 10-7. Jessica Johnson, along with Sophia Perkins, back into the match. As the Saints grow the lead back out to 4, 11-7. Kinsler handles the serve. Blocked at the net. Whipple and Kinsler throw the wall up as Lander pulls within 3 points, 11-8.
Whipple and Kinsler are definitely a tough pair to get through when you're going up against them.
And a block assist for Ree Whipple. Leads the team in that department, ranks 5th in the nation in block assists this season. McManus will just tap it over. Bearcats got a piece of that one. Perkins, Martindale, Valmir is there. Nice dig there by McManus. And Whipple with the kill. Well, the Bearcats rallying here midway through the second set. It's now 11-9. Finis digs that one over on the sideline. Now Johnson with the tap. Swift was there. And a miss hit from the Saints. Lander all the way back to within one, 11-10. A great fight being shown here by the Bearcats. Perkins unable to dig that one as it heads to the bench. .248 in attendance this afternoon at Finis Horne Arena. There's a kill from Martindale. Lander continues to hang around, make it 12-11. Bearcats came into the match leading the Peach Belt Conference in home attendance this year. They're averaging over 330 fans per match on the season. Saturday afternoon, tougher to draw. Students out of town and college football on the TV, and women's soccer is also playing in 15 minutes. There's some overlap across campus. But the Bearcats are giving the fans stuff to cheer about here in Horne Arena. It's 12-12.
I'm glad to see that Lander's getting their middles involved, because Amari Ashley and Rihanna Whipple are definitely giving the Saints a run for their money right now.
Bearcats have depth in the middle, which is so important, especially in this league. You gotta have a rotation that you feel comfortable with up front, especially when Whipple comes out of the match. A big time kill on the far side. The Saints put a hush into this home crowd, 13-12. And a service ace from Flagler makes it 14-12. Manis trying to save it. Lander sends it back over. And a kill from the Saints. Timeout, Lander. They trail by 3, 15-12 in the second set. You're listening to Bearcat Volleyball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Fifteen to 13, Flagler up by 2 as they get a point there. Pardon me, the Bearcats picked up that point, my mistake. Lander back within 2. And a service error on Copeland. Lander trying to hang around here. Battle at the net. Bearcats come out with it. That one sent high up towards the scoreboard and then misplayed. Saints weren't sure. Looked like where that one was going to come down. Savisky just lost it up in the lights. And it's 16-14. Bearcats back within 2. Ritz, a nice effort to get to that one, but then heads up play there from Valmir. She pulls the Bearcats within 3. Bearcats handle the serve as McManus sends it over. Martindale sends it across. The Saints push their lead back out to 4, 18-14. Kinsler bumps it across. Saints set it for Valmir. Into the net, Ritz is there. Copeland set it, and Ashley had it blocked back over, and Flagler's lead is 5. Another timeout taken, 19-14. Bearcats down 5. You're listening to Bearcat Volleyball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. A 5-point lead for Flagler. 19-14 here in set number 2. Saints up 1-0 on the match. There's a nice shot. Rich snuck it over the top of the net. Rhea Whipple back in the game for Lander. McManus checks out, and Ashley will serve it. Say the Bearcats did not get to that one. Hard to tell from that angle. Of course, Lander not going to be through because they already feel one of those calls went against them earlier today. Couldn't quite tell. There are too many bodies in front of it. And the Saints lead it by 5, and they've got Valmir serving. Ritz takes it. Copeland sets it for Kinsler. Morelli with the dig. And a block at the net as that was Kinsler. Whipple was there as well. And it's 20-16. Bearcats desperately trying to avoid going down 2 sets heading into the break. Set from Savisky. Swift tapped it over, no problem for Landers. Whipple comes up with the kill. Bearcats back within 3, 20-17.
I think the Bearcats definitely need to keep getting their middles involved, especially Rihanna Whipple. She's really putting some tough hits up against the Saints.
Whipple's an underrated attacker. Very dangerous there in the middle of the court. And a nice shot by Swift, got it around the block and down the line. 21-17, Sarah Davis back in the match for Flagler. Swift comes out. Norelli will serve. Saints up 4. 21-17, trying to take a 2-0 lead into intermission. Valmir off the top of the net, Johnson there. Perkins will set her. Nice dig from Savitsky. Valmir tries again. Perkins. McManus, now Martindale. Skims off the top of the net, ball deflected deep. Swift able to recover it. Whipple from the right side. Back to the Saints. McManus got the dig, nearly landed it over. Savitsky came for it. Valmir over to Johnson. Perkins, Whipple, center again, Savitsky. Covers it nicely. Diving dig from Perkins. Savitsky back to Norelli. Valmir goes deep with it. Martindale digs. Johnson had it tapped at the net. McManus was there. Perkins to Kinsler. Tap back. Shot deep, handled by Lander. Sneak over on the top of the net. Valmir. Once again to Perkins. Now to McManus. Now to Kinsler. Out of play, Lander point. Bearcats win the marathon, and they're back within 3, 21-18.
That's definitely the type of play and the type of momentum that the Bearcats needed right now, especially in this tight game.
Can't afford to lose those points here with Flagler only 4 away from claiming the set. Now Ferris will serve. Can the Bearcats build off that win? Perkins with a nice dig. McManus to Johnson. Point to the Bearcats.
The Saints with the net call.
Big call there against Flagler. Lander maintains the serve, and within 2, 21-19. This is the 19th all-time meeting between these two teams. Lander is 2-16 all-time against Flagler. Battle of the net, McManus recovers. And a kill from Martindale. The lead is down to 1 for Flagler, 21-20, and Ferris will continue to serve. Nice little run here from the Bearcats.
Yeah, the Bearcats definitely need to keep Martindale involved in this game.
Had a big impact so far this afternoon. Out of play, we're tied at 21. Another shot missed. Saints finally put an end to it to make it 22-21. Saints up a point and serving. Perkins, Martindale with the kill. They split the difference there between Pareda and Valmir. 22 all. Timeout, Saints. We're even at 22 in the second set. Lander trying to rally. You're listening to Bearcat Volleyball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. 22-22, Lander Flagler even here in the second set. Saints lead the match 1-0. The Bearcats have Hannah McManus serving. McManus with the dig off the attack from the Saints, and then a kill from Jessica Johnson, and Lander's up a point. Saints will take another timeout, 23-22. Lander up 1. You're listening to Bearcat Volleyball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Lander leading in the second set, 23-22 over the Flagler Saints. Rickson Lane and Hallie Dotson with you. Bearcats trying to even the match score at 1 set even.
The Bearcats definitely have the momentum in this game right now.
Lander trailed by as many as 4 late in this set. Perkins with a dig attempt. A hard shot from the Saints, evens it at 23. All. The serve comes from Redfern. Morelli with the dig and then a kill at the net. And Flagler just like that, back on top as Sarah Davis ended the point. 24-23 set point for Flagler. Lander trying to extend the set. Redfern to serve. Martindale's there. McManus. Martindale. Deep, Redfern digs. They go to Davis again. McManus lays out for it. Johnson will set it, and Ferris will hit it into the net. That'll do it for the second set. 2-0 Flagler as they head to the break. Lander trying to rally, down 2. You're listening to Bearcat Volleyball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Set number 3, about to be underway here in Finis Horne Arena. Rickson Lane, Hallie Dotson with you. Lander down 2-0 against the Flagler Saints here as we open up the third set with a service error. Kayla Norelli. As we take a look at the stats thus far for both of these teams, and Hallie down 2-0 Lander, but you watch this match and you see this way it's played out. These are two pretty evenly matched teams we've seen thus far.
Yeah, I think definitely the teams are going back and forth, point for point, and you can still see teams come back from a 2-0, like a 2-0 game, and come back to a 3-2 win. So it's definitely possible, I think, if the Bearcats just keep the energy and momentum going on their side and just kind of let Flagler make the mistakes. And I definitely think that this game can be with the turnout we want it to be.
27-26, Flagler leads in kills. Both teams have made 13 attack errors. Flagler's hitting 151 on the day. Lander's hitting 137. Both teams have 24 assists. Flagler just has 4 aces. Lander has no service aces and 5 service errors, which has been something we're not used to seeing from the Bearcats in their service game. Diggs in favor of Flagler, 51-49. Lander dominating blocks 10-5. They're doubling up the Saints in that department. This has been a very evenly contested match as there's a big kill from Whipple. Lander out to a 3-1 lead. The Saint offense has become more balanced as the afternoon's gone on. Valmir was doing it all early in the first set. She had 6 kills halfway through the first set. She has 9 now. So the Saints pick up a point to make it 3-2. Redfern with 5 kills, Davis and Taylor with 4, Swift with 3. For Lander, Martindale leading the way with 7 kills. Ritz has 6, Whipple has 5, Kinsler has 4. Ritz will pick up another as that one deflected out of play. 16 assists for Sophia Perkins, 7 for Nell Copeland. Tara Savitsky has all 26 assists thus far for Flagler. The offense operating around the junior from Oakdale, Pennsylvania. Hannah McManus has 18 digs. As that one missed out of play by Valmir. 5 digs from Martindale, as well as for Ferris. Perkins has 8. Copeland and Ritz both have 4. Norelli leads the Saints with 15 digs. As that one misses again. Saints struggling to find the line here in this third set, and Bearcats lead it 6-2. Valmir has it blocked back. That was Johnson and Ashley. Lander's got its largest lead of the day. It's 7-2.
Like Jessica Johnson came in on that right side, and she's really starting to make her presence known in this game.
And Ashley dunks one at the net. 8-2 Bearcats. Lander has come out with a renewed sense of urgency. Flagler struggling. Bearcats up by 6 in the third set. You're listening to Bearcat Volleyball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. 8-2, Lander on top of Flagler in the third set. The Saints lead the match 2-0, and the Bearcats off to a good start here in the third. Copeland serving. And Ferris handles the dig there on the attack from Davis. Now Johnson will fire it cross court. Dig made by Irwin. McManus one-handed dig, punched over by Martindale. Valmir has it tapped back to Ferris. Perkins, cross court. Martindale nearly slipped it in. A second hit, another hit, and that time Davis able to finish it at the net. When Martindale had to jump about 4 consecutive times there at the net as she was trying to either block a shot or get a shot over. The Saints take the point. They cut the Lander lead to 8-3.
It looks like both teams are kind of making scramble plays right now, but neither one of them are giving up.
And Johnson taps it over. (9-3) our score here. Across the way, and Van Taylor Stadium, Lander women's soccer is underway. The Bearcats taking on Columbus State, 15th ranked Columbus State Cougar team. And for those of you that are maybe going back and forth and watching that matchup on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network, is Martindale and Copeland get it across to Kinsler. Long shot for Flagler, and the Saints fall behind 10-3. If you're wondering about Columbus State and trying to pick up the players in that match, I think the Cougars are playing in practice jerseys. Columbus State somehow loaded up the bus, drove to Greenwood, and forgot to pack the uniforms. McManus with a great effort deep in the corner. (10-4), Bearcats up a half dozen on the Saints. Dixon Lane and Hallie Dotson with you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network, live from Greenwood, South Carolina. Johnson sends it deep in the corner. Norelli is there. Swift has it dug out by Copeland. Martindale in the middle. Norelli went down to get it. Martindale ricocheted to McManus, and Kinsler tried to sneak it over but couldn't get it around the post. 10-5 our score. Battle of the net, out of play, point Bearcats. Ashley, a nice serve, liner over the net. Violation against the Saints. Timeout, Flagler. Lander leading 12-5 in set number 3. You're listening to Bearcat Volleyball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. (12-5), Lander on top of Flagler in the third set. Saints lead the match 2-0. Bearcats trying to rally. Diving dig from Copeland. Martindale just punch it over. Valmir landed it on the line. Twelve to 6. Bearcats lead by 6. Service error by the Saints. Mentioned 19 meetings all time. Flagler has won 16 of those meetings. Won 3 last year against the Bearcats, including a win in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Lander knocked off the Saints in 2014 as Whipple taps it across. First win ever over Flagler. They also beat the Saints in a 5-set thriller down in St. Augustine in 2015. It's the last time Lander earned a win over Flagler. (14-6) lead here for the Bearcats. Now making 14-17 as that one got through the block effort. Ritz misses cross court, 14-8. Saints on a little mini run here. Back-to-back points. McManus dug it back over. And a kill from Sarah Davis. 3 straight for Flagler, and it's 14-9.
I think that Sarah Davis is definitely one of the better middles that we're going to see in this conference.
A highly touted player out of Akron, Ohio. Rich puts it into the top of the net. Ashley White wants to talk things over. Lander's momentum slowly slipping away. 14-10, Bearcats up 4. You're listening to Bearcat Volleyball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. (14-10) Lander on top of Flagler. Third set action here in Finis Horne Arena. It's Lane Hallie Dotson along with you this afternoon. Good to have you join us on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Saints scored 4 in a row before Ashley White called the timeout for the Bearcats. Lander trying to extend this match. Nice dig from Martindale, put it back over the net. Another swing, McManus was there for it. Perkins sets it, Kinsler, cross court, dug by Norelli. Valmir has it dug by Perkins. Ritz with the kill across as Lander pushes the lead back out 15-10. Megan Ferris serving. point's going to be awarded to Flagler. Martindale went over for an explanation. She'll relay it to Ashley White. And now wants to go talk to the official on that side. 15-11, Lander up by 4. Down 2-0 against the Saints of Flagler here at home. And now the officials are going to talk things over here. Try to go back and look here. See what the...
Yeah, it's hard to tell what they were going to call on that one. I think they originally called Martindale on the net. Looks like they're going to have a replay.
Replay the point. Ashley White not thrilled with that decision either. So 15-10, we'll do it all over again. So the Saint point wiped off the board. Bearcats don't get the point. Now Flagler wants to talk about the call. So we'll play it again. Confusion at the net will lead to the redo. Ferris serves it. Ball nearly misplayed by the Saints. Martindale, kill. There's the Bearcat point. (16-10). Lander up here in set number 3. Tipped at the net, goes to McManus. Now Whipple, softly, Norelli. Tries to save it, not going to be able to. Point Lander. 17-10, Bearcats up. That kill from Martindale put a spark into this crowd. And now Lander back-to-back points. Good serve there from Ferris. Long tip, Ferris went after it. Ridge saves it. McManus gets it back over. Saints will regroup. And a kill for Sarah Davis. A 17-11 lead for the Bearcats in the third set. And will reserve as the ball went onto the floor. Across the way, Bearcats trailing Columbus State out on the soccer pitch, 1-0. Cougars nationally ranked, came into the match ranked 15th in the country. Martindale with a kill left side. Makes it 18-11. McManus will serve with the Bearcats up 7. Trying to set it for Davis, but Perkins is there. Now Ritz, go deep across in the corner. Dug out by Irwin. Valmir. McManus to Martindale. Valmir is there. McManus another dig. Perkins will push it to Martindale. Taps it to the center. Flagler able to recover. Valmir to Perkins. Now Ritz will fire deep. Valmir once more. Ferris to Perkins. Ritz now off speed. Handled by Savitsky. And blocked at the net. Still in play. Martindale ranges to the middle. Ritz will try again. There's the kill for Hannah Ritz. Now Martindale, the captain, brought over to
talk things over with the official. And she'll have to go over and relay a message to Ashley White and the Bearcat bench. The official on this side trying to move the Bearcats back over on the sideline. Regardless, 19-11, Lander up 8. Ashley snuck it through the wall. Martindale was there as well. Ferris digs it deep. McManus get it to Martindale. Perkins to McManus, now Ritz. Had it crossed back over. Ferris in the center, into the net. Saints back within 7, 19-12. Valmir comes out for Flagler, replaced by Victoria Bowerson, freshman from Port Orange, Florida. Service error by the Saints, and Lander's lead is up to 8. 20-12. Copeland, Johnson check in. Ritz and Perkins out.
All of Flagler's service errors are definitely giving Lander the momentum and definitely kind of giving them the feel that they have control of this game.
Well, when we talked when the set opened up about how Flagler had really been winning the service game, Lander had no aces and 5 errors through the first 2 sets. But in this set alone, 3 service errors for Flagler. They had just 2 in the first 2 sets combined. Bearcats leading by 8. Good point being battled for here. Martindale sends it over. Over the net and out of play. Point Lander. Their largest lead of the day, 21-12. Here in set number 3. They're trying to continue this match here in Greenwood. Down 2 sets to the Saints. McManus, a great effort to get to that one. Martindale collapsed over the top of her. This is the heads-up play there by the Saints. I think it may have been Savitsky that put it over. Right here. 21-13. Lander team that opened conference play 2-0, and then a home loss to Augusta and a road loss at Georgia College. Flagler dropped their first conference match of the year against USC Aiken before winning a road 5-set decision over Augusta last night. You gotta wonder about the stamina of the Saints. Went 5 sets last night and on the brink of being pushed to 4 here this afternoon. Copeland to Martindale. Covered easily by Bowerson. Crossed to the net by the Bearcats. McManus handles the quick shot over. Lodge will try to set it up, and it went around the pole. Point Bearcats. Not a bad idea there from Bowerson, but she could not sneak it into play. A kill there for the Saints, make it 22-15. Kinsler has it blocked away, and the sophomore lets out a big yell as Lander's 2 points away from taking the set.
I think Lander's outsides, Kinsler and Martindale definitely came to play this game and are eager for a win against these Saints.
Martindale's got 9 kills, tied for the team lead. Kinsler has 5. This play to the net. Lander up 24-15. Momentum on the side of the Bearcats here and set point here in the third. It'll be Amari Ashley to serve. Misplayed by Flagler. Lander's alive, 2-1. We go to the fourth in Greenwood. Bearcats down a set. You're listening to Bearcat Volleyball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Fourth set action about to get underway in Greenwood, South Carolina. Rickson Lane, Hallie Dotson with you. Lander trailing Flagler 2-1. As we begin the fourth set, Sophia Perkins will serve it for the Bearcats. Lander claimed the third set 25-15, and Flagler with a strong kill there to open up the fourth. The tail of the tape thus far, a really even match. 38 kills for Flagler, 36 for Lander. 20 attack errors for the Saints, 17 for the Bearcats. And Lander, I believe, was out of rotation. Bearcats are hitting 139 today. Flagler hitting 129. The Saints have 34 assists to Lander's 32. We'll redo the point. There was no rotation violation. Saints have 4 service aces and 5 errors. Bearcats 1 ace, 4 errors. The digs in favor of Flagler, 77 to 76. 6 total blocks for Lander, 3 for Flagler. Missing long is Davis. And Bearcats on the board in the 4th set, 2-1. Nice dig there from McManus. She'll send it back over Hannah McManus with a kill. That's her 2nd of the day.
Hannah McManus definitely came to play today, and it's really showing in her actions on the court.
Already been named a Specialist of the Week earlier this season. Those 2 kills now a career high for McManus as Ritz powers home her 10th kill of the day. Bearcats with 3 unanswered points to make it 3-2. Valmir over the top of the net. Martindale left side, dropped it into the middle. Saints push it back across. Now Whipple for the kill. Rihanna Whipple continuing a very impressive day. She's hitting .538 with 7 kills. Timeout Flagler. Lander up 4-2 in the 4th set. You're listening to Bearcat Volleyball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Lander leading 4-2 over Flagler in the 4th set. Saints lead the match 2-1, but the Bearcats took set number 3 by 10 points, and they got a 2-point advantage here in the 4th. The Saints in the run with a kill to make it 4-3. Perkins sets Martindale cross court. And Davis with a kill right at the net. All even at 4. Over at Van Taylor Stadium, Lander women's soccer team trailing 15th ranked Columbus State 1-0. As that one sails into the net. Another service error for Flagler. Their serves have really been lacking in these last 2 sets. 5-4 lead for the Bearcats here in the 4th. Valmir has been a little quiet lately. Tries the attack. Martindale's attack blocked. Even at 5 as Valmir taps it into the wall. Perkins handles the dig. McManus set it up for Martindale's kill. Johnson had it blocked, McManus recovered it, and then Martindale chased it down. Ferris pushes it over. Valmir into the wall. Saints got to get it over in the do. McManus. And a kill for Lander. Off the hands of Norelli.
That was a great tip by Amar Ashley.
Ashley's got 3 kills now on the day. Ritz and Martindale leading the way for the Bearcats in that department with 10 each. Valmir misses long. Lander up 8-5.
It's like, no, Copeland got called on a double on that one.
Call will give the point to the Saints. 8-6, Bearcats. Service ace for the Saints makes it 8-7. Martindale has it crossed back over. And they're going to call a tip.
They called it on Amari Ashley.
Point goes to Flagler. Saints have come all the way back to make it 8-8. Copeland over to Johnson. Norelli will bump it over. McManus comes racing up to get it. Now Martindale has it crossed, tries again. And Copeland can't dig it. 9-8. Flagler's got the lead. Savitsky to serve. Copeland sets it. Martindale ricocheting all over the place. Back to Flagler. Valmir misses long. 9-9 our score. Martindale will serve. Johnson goes cross with it. Savitsky there. Lock at the net from Ashley. Bearcats up 10-9. Savitsky will set. Ashley again with the cross. Go to Valmir. Copeland able to handle that one. Martindale in the middle. Dug by Savisky. Long swing there from Caddy O'Hearn. A net violation against Flagler. You know what, Hallie, these last two sets, the matches have certainly been close, but Lander's been the far more crisp and clean team.
I think Lander definitely kind of came up with a whole new mindset after that break between the first and the second set. And they realized that if they keep the momentum on their side, then this game is really theirs. And honestly, they didn't let being down 2-0 stop them. So I think that is going to be a good set for Lander.
They lead it by 1. They need it to be a good set, otherwise the day is over. Tip to the net, point to the Bearcats. 12-10 Lander. Jessica Johnson with the kill. Hit the net and falls on Flagler's side. Another block for the Bearcats. Whipple and Johnson were there. 14-10 Lander. Timeout Flagler. Bearcats up 4, trying to push it to a 5th set. You're listening to Bearcat Volleyball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Lander on top of Flagler, 14-10 in the 4th set. Saints lead the match 2-1. Glad to have you join us this afternoon on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Rickson Lane, Hallie Dotson with you. Amari Ashley to serve for the Bearcats. A conversation between Matt Affolter and our official on the far side. We're underway. Out of the Flagler timeout, point for the Saints. They get a kill from O'Hearn, freshman from Sebring, Florida. Johnson takes the serve. And now swing it. Valmir there. Dig by Copeland. McManus over to Johnson. Lock of the net from Whipple and Kinsler. They'll try again. Copeland goes up for the dig. McManus sets it for Martindale. Martindale ranging right for the dig. Now Johnson, a soft tap. O'Hearn dives to get to it. Valmir from the middle, into the net. Miss hit by Tasia Valmir. Lander leads it by 4, 15-11. Sophia Perkins to serve for the Bearcats now. service hit by Norelli. That'll be a service ace for Perkins. Bearcats up by 5. That one off to the side as Redfern can't get it in the line. Lander up by 6, 17-11. Bearcats have outscored the Saints by 16 points since Flagler went up 2-0. Redfern, nice touch, puts it in the middle. Ritz with a big swing. Norelli sends it back over the net. Whipple tried for the kill, couldn't get it. Crossed at the net. McManus set it to Perkins. Martindale had to adjust to that one, but a nice swing. Valmir got the dig. Now Redfern goes deep cross court. Violation against Lander.
Called Perkins with a double on that one.
Second such call against the Bearcats this afternoon. They lead by 4, 17-13. Good serve there. Nice job by Kinsler to go down and get it. And a kill from the back by Martindale. Flagler will sub Pareda out of the match, and Maddie Irwin will come in, the junior out of Orange Park, Florida. Lander's got Megan Ferris serving, the freshman from Myrtle Beach. Another kill for the Bearcats. Lead is up to 6, 19-13. There's a kill from Sarah Davis. It seems like later on in this match, as Flagler's been giving up these runs to the Bearcats, they've had to turn to Davis to try to stop the bleeding at times, and she's done so most of the match. Good to have that one player that you can count on to get you a point in troubled times, as Ferris puts that one in the top of the net. We've seen Ferris have some problems with that throughout the year, and especially here today. Lander violation as they were out of rotation. I think that's the third time today Lander's been called for that.
It seems like even Coach White is kind of confused on what's going on with those calls.
Well, that's something you need to find out what's happening, because the Bearcats keep getting called for. Those are just free points to Flagler. As that one misses wide, 19-17. Timeout Bearcats. Flagler on a run here. They trail by 2 late in the 4th set. You're listening to Bearcat Volleyball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. 19-17. Lander Bearcats leading the Flagler Saints here in the fourth set. Flagler up in the match 2-1. Rickson Lane, Hallie Dotson with you. Good to have you join us for what's been a wildly entertaining contest here in Horne Arena. Martindale with the kill. Lander up 20-7. Amari Ashley back in the match. Whipple checks out. Bearcats trailed 2-0 at the intermission. Now trying to force a fifth and deciding set. Cross back from Ritz and Ashley. They'll try again. Tip back to Perkins. Martindale has it dug out by Redfern. Ferris goes down for that one. Ritz, kill for Henner Ritz. Bearcats up 21-17. Ritz with 11 kills on the day. Martindale with 13. McManus digs it. Martindale. Nice dig from Redfern. Valmere, dug by McManus. This will be Ritz. Off-speed tap, handled by Irwin. Cross at the net, back to Norelli. Now they go to Valmere on the left. Ferris goes up to get it, and Davis will set up for the easy kill. 21-18, Sarah Davis serving for Flagler. They trail by 3. Saints trying to clinch the match. Lander trying to extend to a fifth set. Ritz has it dug out by Irwin. Savisky set it up for Valmere. Tip to the net. Back row contains it for Lander. Now Perkins, give it over to Martindale. Martindale. And I get it to fall. Struggle to get it over. Flagler's not going to be able to do it. Point to the Bearcats. Number 5, 22-18. Lander up 4. And they've got Nell Copeland, the freshman from Peachtree City, Georgia, serving. Win at the net for the Bearcats. Ashley and Martindale were there. 23-18. Copeland will serve it again. A block at the net. Ashley and Johnson, as Valmere's turned away, and it's set point for the Bearcats in the fourth. 24-18.
We haven't been seeing much from Valmere this game.
Good serve. Fight for it at the net. Out of play. Let's go to a fifth set in Greenwood. 25-18. Bearcats win it. Fifth set coming up from Finis Horne Arena. You're listening to Bearcat Volleyball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Final set from Finis Horne Arena. Greenwood, South Carolina. Lander was down 2-0 against the Flagler Saints. It's 2-2 now, and we'll play to 15 here in the third. Rickson Land and Hallie Dotson with you. Bearcats won the third set 25-15, won the fourth set 25-18. Flagler took the first two sets 25-20, 25-23. So here we go.
It's so important in a fifth set to have the momentum on your side early on since it only goes to 15.
Perkins to start it. Good serve. Flagler will get it over. Martindale over to Perkins. Out of Ritz. Mishit it. Tried to work that angle and hit it off the side of her hand. Bearcats try to get the serve back. 1-0 Saints. Locked at the net. Flagler up 2-0. Bearcats have only played 2 matches this year that went to 5 sets. They beat North Greenville 3-2 on September 2nd at the Newberry Volleyball Invitational. Beat Barton 6 days later 3-2 at the USC Aiken Invitational. Trying to rally from an early 2-0 hole. All put over to McManus. Norelli got to that one. Kinsler stuffs it at the net. And a kill from Davis. An early 3-0 lead for Flagler. Saints are 2-0 as well this year in fifth set matches. Beat Findlay up in Ohio on the 16th and then won a fifth set match last night at Augusta. Big swing there from Ritz, but Valmere got the dig. And a corner shot, and Flagler has jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Timeout Bearcats as Flagler seizes the early momentum. 4-0 Saints in the fifth. You're listening to Bearcat Volleyball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Four 4-0 Flagler here in the fifth set. Saints out to an early lead as they will serve it. Manis handles. Set to Kinsler with a kill. Good shot there from Riley Kinsler. And Hallie, that goes on with something you said off air about Lander's mindset offensively. They had been setting Ritz a lot, and you thought that maybe Flagler had started to adjust to that somewhat.
Yeah, I definitely think if Lander's going to start switching it up, then I think it's really going to work in their favor because I think Flagler is used to seeing them set Hannah Ritz on the right side. And I think Lander can really utilize setting their middles and their outsides to finish this game.
Got a little momentum back on their side after the ace from Ferris. Dug out by Perkins, but all the way in the bench. Five 5-2 Flagler lead. Whipple has it blocked. Saints have regrouped And rejuvenated here in the 5th set. They lead by 4. Serve will come from Redfern. Perkins pushes it all the way across to Martindale, who spun it off her hand and out of play. 7-2, Flagler up. Halfway to that 15. Redfern to serve once more. A 5-point advantage. Tough serve. McManus went down to get it. Martindale with a kill. (7-3). McManus will serve. Ashley in, Whipple out. Valmere, dug by Perkins. Martindale to the middle, back to the Saints. Ferris went to get it, and off of McManus, couldn't get it. And they'll switch sides, 8-3. So the Flagler Saints up 5 as the teams switch over. And Hallie, you talked about the early momentum. Flagler jumped out and seized it with 4 early points. Now the Bearcats trying to regroup and get a bit of a run of their own.
Yeah, I definitely think that Flagler came out of this game having the momentum, but I think that if the Bearcats just kind of focus in and hone down on their talent and just playing like a team, then I think the momentum can definitely switch into their side.
They'll try their luck from the right side of the floor now. Martindale has a cross back, McManus to Perkins. Now they're gonna go to Ritz. Sliding dig made, and Martindale in a heads-up tap. Empty part of the net. Irwin couldn't recover in time. Davis is out for Flagler. Norelli back in the match. Lando sub as well. Copeland and Johnson in. Ritz and Perkins check out. 8-4, Saints up here in this deciding 5th set. Volmere with a kill deep. (9-4), Flagler up. Martindale swings it, it's tipped at the net. They'll set Redfern in the center. Good swing, but Copeland was there. Now Johnson wanted to go deep with it. Redfern put it into the net and out of play as Swift couldn't save it. Point Bearcats. (9-5) our score. Ferris checks out, Martindale to serve. And a misfire on the set attempt from Swift. And Lander back within 3, 9-6. Norelli with a Valmere cross back over. Nice job from Ashley and Kinsler. Now Kinsler recovers on the tap. They'll set to Johnson. Redfern with the dig. Valmere again to the middle. Knocked it down into the empty portion of the floor, and it's 10-6 Flagler. Long shot there for the Saints, point to the Bearcats. (10-7), Flagler up 3. They go to Redfern with a kill. 11-7, Norelli. Serve it again. Flagler trying to win their second 5th set match on the road in 2 days. Point to the Bearcats, 11-8. Tried to set it to Davis. Kinsler's there. Blocked and off the pole. Point Flagler, 12-8. Morata to serve for Flagler. Saints up 4. Perkins sets it to Ritz, who has it crossed back over, and it falls. Timeout Lander. 13-8, Flagler 2 points away from clinching. You're listening to Bearcat Volleyball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. (13-8), Flagler leading Lander by 5 here in this 5th set. Rickson Lane, Hallie Dotson with you. Saints with the serve. This is Pareda. Service ace off the hands of Kinsler, and now Flagler at match point. Bearcats trying to extend. Confusion there as McManus and Kinsler bump into each other. Davis misses. Lander stays alive, 14-9. Now we got confusion on substitution. Ferris will check in for Kinsler, and Ferris will serve it. 14-9. Bearcats trying to stay alive here in this 5th set. Lobbed across. They'll set it to Redfern. Dug out by McManus. Perkins. Martindale. Back to Norelli. Redfern try it again. Ferris diving dig. Ritz with the kill, and Lander continues the run. 14-10 now. Matt Affolter, Flagler head coach, very animated towards an official across the way. Ferris will serve again. They'll set it for Volmeer. Perkins with the dig. And McManus goes over to Martindale. They'll set it for Davis. Tipped and into the bench, and that'll do it. The Saints survive in Greenwood. They hold off Lander, 3-2 win. Flagler will move to 8-3 on the year. They're 2-1 in the league. Lander falls to 9-4, 2-3 in the conference. And Hallie, final thoughts on what was a great battle here in Horne Arena.
Yeah, it's definitely tough coming off a loss from one of the top teams in the conference, but the Bearcats definitely hung on with them, and the games were really point for point, and I hope that the Bearcats realize that they really didn't lose that game. And they can definitely keep up and hang up with other teams in the conference. So I really think that they don't take this as a hard loss, but kind of as a learning lesson, and that they can definitely bring this momentum into the next games that they have.
3-2 our final score from Flagler. That'll do it for us here on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Lander will be back in action on October 4th. They go to USC Aiken. 13th and 14th, PVC SAC crossover here in Greenwood. 4 matches on tap on those 2 days. For everyone here at Lander University, for Hallie Dotson, I'm Rickson Lane signing off for now. 3-2 Flagler over Lander final. Have a blessed evening, everybody. I won't talk to you on October 13th.